wrong way. Where we go one way, that's west. Noisy. Here we go. Anyway, the usual mumbo jumbo. This is done on a phone. You're clawing, scratching to make moves. Sometimes in order to make certain moves, there might be some obstruction of the microphone, so you get muffled and or completely obliterated sound altogether. And so we started in a village. And working our way towards the western stripe farlands, or as close as we can get. Because it's going to get really difficult at 2,097,000, somewhere in there. And then, yeah, you got to get kind of witty at 4 million and change. 4,180,000, somewhere in there. I just know there ain't, when you get to 8 million, there ain't a way to move on land. You gotta figure out how to do it from there. So it's a Monday, it's raining. This is actually my last break. It was a nice day, whole day until now. Alright, we're gonna be locked. As much as it's easier on the far right there, let's just go here. Well, that almost was working. It was pretty good considering. So you get a little extra segment. And a little extra distance. Every block matters. And a village way out there. Let's jump. And there's a smithy staring right at me. Of course, we have a stack of obsidian. If we can get more than that, especially over 20, then we die. We can take the smaller stack and save it, even if it isn't up to 20. All right, let's just look at our armor. Okay, the helmet needs replacing, but we have a chest plate. Alright, so that was worthless. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're crap. How are we on beds? We're plenty good on that. And 11 in our second obsidian stack. That'll be the sacrificial stack. And we got another portal. And we picked something up. What's funny is, at this distance, somehow all the flickering stopped on the, the sunflowers. They used to flicker at this distance. Well, not everything is even, so. So apparently, as I was reading, every step in the mathematical glitch doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to hold solid till the next glitch. Some things will start screwing up before it. When we crossed the 1,048,000 point, the sunflowers were still flickering. We haven't made it to the next point. And they already stopped. The rest aren't worth the risk. 19, not bad. Yeah. Well, I saw that one coming and did nothing. Alright, getting close to put a bed down. Or select the bed, grab bed. And no matter how I split it up. Anyway, not that it matters. Just so it doesn't look the same every time. Alrighty, we don't have too much time left, because my final break is about over. And I slid off. Alright, we're going to be pretty close to either finding land or it's very close to quitting in the middle of the ocean in a boat. Apparently the save games still work pretty well with boats in the middle of the ocean with you in it. Even with that boat glitch where they would disappear if you ride them a while. Alrighty. Break's over, so nice. Even number. Anyway, we'll pick it up later. And we are back. It is Saturday, and we are facing the wrong direction. We are in a boat. It sounds like a very loud boat. It also seems that I'm trying to find the volume button and I hit power instead. No, it's actually okay. I'm in the car waiting for the building to be open on this Saturday morning, and they're not. Yeah, they tend to be a little later on Saturdays. Anyway, so I kind of did what I was advised to do before I used the included washer and dryer with the house. Is they were saying to put a bunch of bleach in and run the thing on hot. I forgot to get the bleach, but I did go into the tub beforehand, and it didn't smell any mold. But what I did do is put in significantly more soap in an empty bowl and let it fill up and do its thing. It's ready to go. I got it half right, but like I said, mold has a smell and it wasn't there, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I did the pre-clean. So the laundry phase instead of laundromat phase, which still could be a thing if the washer or dryer don't work at some point, that will be a thing. It'll be a little longer now, because of course commercial equipment is a lot more powerful. And I've noticed, and I'm sure you might have seen it even though the video is only 30 frames a second, is the world seems to sputter a bit. I finally paid attention. The world size is getting a bit big again, so might be time for another purge. I'm not going to quite pull the plug on the file size quite yet. This is a very long ocean. Oh, there's some land. Looks like there's a village. No. Yeah, we can run. A little stubborn, but we get there. Alright, we're pretty fine with beds, but we'll take one. And we can move, and we can move. Can't back out, can we? Yeah, we can move instead of randomly swinging the sword. Because that could cause a problem, especially if we got... Alright, that's not worth checking. And I'm hitting the steering wheel, pardon that. Pardon the noise. Okay, we don't have anything worthy over here. We have emeralds, but maybe we'll save them. Alright, nothing really there. We got enough food. We get enough stuff. Sense. Alright, some people are starting to show up, which is a positive sign that I wasn't told that the building isn't going to open. In fact, I think the one who is opening it is here right now. So we didn't have our typical Thursday push. As I said, one thing is that the laundry session is going to be longer, but the big thing is this week is that this weekend is going to be rained out, so all the breaks are going to be this. So she's ready to open the building. I'm ready to pull out a bed. I'm going to let her do her thing while I set my spawn point and call it good. But we're just gonna go up a little bit. At least this is climbable. So, I mean, that's not... Now, if we actually go where we're pointing, that's even better. And not run when we're trying to run. All right. See you later. And we are back. It's this game's thing now. Face the direction of the pillow, opposite direction of where we're going. Used to not do that. Anyway, it's just a little thing to keep in mind. And we aren't running. Okay, it is hard to get it going east to west, and like I said, when we hit 2,097,000 or so, it's probably going to get a lot harder. Kind of a long way from where we want to be, but whatever works at this point. Probably still faster going this way than it is to climb it, only to head right back down again. But it stalls progress. And adds more file size than it really needs to be. And we have the simulation distance at the lowest setting of 4. That way it doesn't have to save as much data. Oh, those are pumpkins. But that's a village right in front of us. Typically you see orange in that, it's typically a roof. And let's see what this one has in store. We can recover a bed. See if there's a smithy in here. And see if we can get over 20 blocks. How are we doing in food? We're doing too well. So what we can do is save that emerald. No smithies. So into the jungle we go. Into the deforested jungle. That's what they kind of look like now. Although this one seems to be pretty populated with trees and weird looking pits. Would help if I could time the jumps. So the amount of time it would take to take the boat, put it in, swim, or should I say row the boat, take it back out, we could swim there in roughly the same time. It's the longer hauls where it definitely makes a difference. And keep plopping torches. Can you believe that I found a woodland mansion many episodes ago, long before we found a jungle ruin? Which doesn't make sense, but that's how it worked. And quite a long time afterwards. So, yeah. Unable to make that movement because of the precision. Was not able to move fast enough to move to the next block. I like how the Minecraft wiki says that the judder is unbearable at this point. Probably back in the olden days when the alpha version of the game didn't have running. And if you were at an angle, yeah, I could see that being very unbearable. But at running speed, the judder isn't terribly bad to look at. We're letting it go too far, okay. Alright, is this... Okay, I see land up ahead. I was gonna say... Ill-advised. Nope, I see land. Alrighty, sun's starting to get a bit low, so I'm going to head over to the right. Pick a place to land, plop a bed, sleep. Village. Free bed, pretty much. So pretty much my 3 brakes are gone due to rain. So I didn't even get that much further along. And it's definitely getting a little dark. Or anything of help. Yeah, go in. Get rid of that, we don't need it. Alright, we're looking for smithies, and like I said many a time, the automatic jump sucked since one of the Nether update patches. Boy, that was a bare bones village. It was useful for a sleep, and that was pretty much it. Big cave system down there. 1, we would easily die in it. 2, goes against our objective of trying to get as close to the western farlands as we can, which it's going to get to a point that it's going to nearly be impossible. But we're going to try, if we get to that point. How about move forward? I mean, there was more than 2 blocks. It was like a 3-block high void. Should have been able to have made it in there. And the break's almost over. Alrighty then. Break is over, so I'm just gonna go up right here, see what we got. Alright, we'll plop a boat and come back next break. We're back. Second break. This is where it's break, lunch. And the funny thing is, after a second break, lunch is 45 minutes away because of the timing of how things are. Because I only do an 8-hour day. So we get 2 breaks and a lunch. and it just happens to align that 45 minutes after I finish this break, it's lunch. Because most companies kind of frown on, you take your lunch and then you leave right away. They don't like that. I don't think this place has an issue with it, but a lot of places apparently don't like that. Random floaty blocks there in the far right. Interesting. The way the mountainous terrain generates, it tends to bring up some of the old school things that they tried to get rid of in the generation, like floating islands. All that weird stuff. There seems to be a continuation here, which helps. It kind of looked like it might not have. Might have just dropped back down. Then it made the climb all completely worth not doing. But it's staying the course. Let that just go a wee bit too long there. Alrighty. Now we're heading in the other direction. Oh, just barely. Every now and then, just go off to the side a little bit just to see what's in the background. Be sure we're heading in a way that we can do something. All that climbing just to head back down again. Very likely that it'll be quicker going on land because the way that the precision doesn't pick up on the fact that we're trying to get out of the water. Sometimes it doesn't work. You gotta wait for several bobs before one of them is fast enough to get out of the water. I guess now we go this way. And now we point the bed in the opposite direction. No. Now. Alright. I still pointed it the right way. It was a careless plop, but it was an accidental careless plop. And I just went with it. SMRT, smart. And swampland. There we go. Nice and fast, the way we like moving. Next break's almost over already. We got a little bit of time. Yep, board it. I believe the river does flow through here. I believe I'm wrong. Well, it wasn't any real win in that situation, so, you know. No, that was hard to get going. Let's just, okay, there we go. Let's just get out of that and keep on climbing. There we go. Only to probably head straight back down. And that weird instance of trying to hold it so that I don't block the microphone, causing me to go directly into a tree. Alright, so once again, the break is over. Just going to try to get to a spot, probably right next to this tree, which I won't be pointing anywhere near. Alright, right here. Right where that opening is. And in a very short moment in real time, lunch. And that's 30 minutes. See you then. Alrighty. This is, I keep forgetting, it seems to want to point me in the wrong direction now. We are at the laundry phase. No longer the laundromat phase. Laundry phase. Now that I got my own place, I'm gifted a beat-up washer and dryer, but the washer seems to work perfectly fine. dryer's an unknown. I checked it over because I was looking over the stove and it's rusty, and poops and giggles, I looked it up to see if it's safe to use. It is not. So, I mean, this is again something that I went into thinking that I'm going to have to replace anyway. So, no woe is me there. So this is going to be very likely a more significantly long adventure when it comes to washing and drying, because the home equipment, it may be cheaper to run than the industrial stuff at the laundromat, but it takes longer. And for this, I don't mind. So means we can do more of this stuff. And see, it's pointing me in the wrong direction now. Face north and... No, we're not going to duck. We're going to move north and south. I know we can take the boat, but again, not sure how long that is. It could just be this little peninsula, but we have on multiple occasions seen these land masses draw out, so just because it looks like it's going to be short and we could just use a boat doesn't mean it's going to be short and we can just use a boat. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a feeling this won't be drawn out. And away she goes. I was busy seeing how full the washer got. I might be asking a bit much of it. Yeah, see, this is why we do that. Granted, the water is faster, but sometimes, and it happened in this particular episode as well, you might see something that we might need, like a village. It can happen. Now this I'm not 100% sure is going to lead to anything, so... And there goes the furnace. Yeah, I have a feeling we can put the boat in there now. Yeah, I had quite the adventure this week with the house. Quite the adventure, and it wasn't a good one. So I got the Fios installed, the fiber optic internet and phone. No TV, because what I watch is on over the air, so why bother? I've had cable, but why would I pay money when 99% of the stuff I watch is for free? And even more so when digital television came to be. So, with that being said, just phone and internet. And the initial guy got and I'm talking way back when, pretty much got the idea that don't need TV because you could stream stuff. Even though streaming stuff was very, very, I'm looking for the correct word as I Dave Grohl there. It was in its infancy. I mean, that was back in the day when Verizon Fios offered a top speed of 1515. That's a 1515. Upload and download. And at that point in time, cable companies were offering 20 download, 5 upload. So yeah, you lose a little download speed, but your upload speed was pretty good. And if you did YouTube videos, you appreciated the fact that, yeah, you gave up a little download speed so you could get symmetrical upload speeds. And now I'm at gigabits. Although it's a little short of that, but that's fine. It's not like anything really runs that fast. Speed test is one. But things like YouTube and it doesn't run anywhere near that fast. I mean, I had 50/50, 50/50, and I could upload 3 videos simultaneously and watch a video while that's happening, and it was more than enough bandwidth to do the job. So when they automatically upped me to 100, it was just a little extra insurance for something I already could do. And then they kind of stopped the multi-tier stuff and just go gig. So now I'm like using speed test, 850 download, 950 upload. In some ways, depending on how good Comcast is, some people get more than a gig, and other people, they get around what I'm getting. But the thing is, their upload speeds are crap. Like the IT guy, they have like, I think he said it was over a gig download, but 60 megabits upload. And the other guy that I know that has an Xfinity gig is around 850, about 850 download and 25 up. I'll take my slightly slower 850 with my 950 upload speeds. Again, no real website's really gonna let you have the full potential there. The big draw on doing that is that you can have more devices running intense stuff and it won't slow down. I mean, like I said, there is the exception to the rule where some sites will take full advantage of whatever you got. YouTube is definitely not one of them. Neither is Facebook. And that line was barely moved. It's moving. So you get to enjoy the sounds of me doing laundry. Just like we did at the laundromat, except you don't have to worry about copyrighted music playing. You don't have to worry about somebody screaming at the top of their lungs into their phone thinking everybody wants to hear their conversations. Unless, of course, something goes wrong here, then... Which, I mean, I bet these machines are old and they're beat up. But they work, and mechanically are in okay condition. Yeah, the stove, yeah, that's gonna get replaced. Fortunately, if I go full tilt, is nowhere as bad as the surprise that I got the first week. I kind of alluded to it, but I never mentioned it. Is when the Fios guy was going to come over, I went down in the basement the day before to see what was going, what was gonna go where, and surprise, the basement was wet. So there were two things. One, the former owner and I both had the same idea of having the temperature set really low when no one was in it, but not low enough for pipes to freeze, which we have easily successfully done. However, one of the shutoff valves leaked because the bearings, the O-rings in them shrunk, and it let water penetrate through. And the plumber says that is a thing. If they get cold, the bearings will shrink, villages may appear, and they might leak a little bit. So I put the temperature back to a decent decent low number, and that one stopped. So I thought the other one, which was the sewer line, might have a gasket that's also cold, and it'll stop. So I put a bucket under it, and the next day I went to check to see if it stopped. Not only did it not, it was significantly worse, and it also overflowed the bucket, and the basement was wet again. So, ultimately, to make a long story short, well, actually, let's not, because there's a company that deserves to be berated right now. Is REoL. I figure, I know it's a national chain, but emergency 24/7 service. I called them about the massive leak. Ooh, ice field. And their response is, we're not going to be able to get to you for another 6-7 days. REoL is a fraud. They claim emergency 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service, and they couldn't get me in for a week? Seriously? Basically, they're liars. I think I can literally say it's fraud. And that was useless. So then I called another place. It was local, and told them what was going on, and they said they were asking me if my plumbing drained really slow, which it does. And they said that we might have to have the leak may be that the sewer line backed up, and to call this company in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, which is about 30 miles away from here, and I know that because I work in Chelmsford, from good old Leo Minster. Anyway, so yeah, I just love saying it, just to hear people tell me how to properly pronounce Leominster, which we pronounce it Leominster here in the States, and the British, they call their little hamlet of the same name Leominster. And Canada has a Leominster, and spelled to reflect that. Anyway, point is, they claim 24-hour emergency 24-hour 7-day-a-week service, and they were here in 4 hours. So they said that because the house sat for a while, the waste that goes through the sewer line interrupted by a village, wasn't being constantly moved by water. And when it doesn't get moved, it will clog and congeal, which is exactly what happened. So I thought, small issue, we finally got it. It's all done. Everything's good. Then he pointed to this snake-like thing that was attached to his auger. And he told me the one thing you really don't want to hear. And that is, that snake-like thing were roots. Roots in the sewer pipe. And that is one really bad problem. I mean, I don't know what it would, in 2020 money, they say to fix the sewer pipe, to get rid of the root problem, and to be as good as new, it would literally cost anywhere between $8,000 to $14,000 US. Or we could do the cheap alternative, and that is a D-root. Just go through with an auger and a camera and literally just cut the roots out completely so that the pipe, the original diameter of the pipe, would be open and everything could flow. And they say it would last anywhere from 5 years at the least to about 15, 20, maybe 30 years if I'm lucky. So then they decided for a few $100, because right now we were at $260 for the sewage removal. So for another $300, they would run a camera, since he was there, run a camera and see what's going on. So we ran the camera, and we're talking imperial units here, so you do your own conversions. So his camera also has the ability to calculate distance, well, based on how much line he fed into the thing, and literally just 8 feet, or maybe 2.2 meters out. Like I said, you metric buffs will need to do your own conversions. From 8 feet were the roots. So then he wanted to see how much further these went. He pushed his camera in, and then it was clean pipe, which he thought was pretty interesting. So then he decided to push the camera as far as he could, which was 80 feet, or maybe 25 meters or so. Like I said, you got to do your own conversions. And they found out that the roots barely did anything. It just found a weak joint in the plumbing, and just one root. Granted, it looked big, but one root just penetrated the seal and grew along the pipe. So there was only 3 inches of pipe, and that's about, let's say, well, maybe 6.5 centimeters, in which the root compromised the pipe. And at that point he said that it's so minor, just get the de-rooting and keep an eye on it, because he said literally the damage done is so minor. I mean, this guy could obviously try to sell me the whole $14,000 job, and he told me that it's so minor because so little of it was breached that it literally was not worth that whole job. Just get it derooted. Call back when things get worse. Then grab bread instead of dirt. Then call back when it acts up. Have it looked at again. And let's see where we are here. Alright, we're halfway through. So it's been a while. Home equipment doesn't go anywhere near as fast as the commercial stuff. But like I said, I'm okay with that because it's cheaper in the long run. And plus, we get to go further and get this done, or attempt to get this done, or get as far as we possibly can that much sooner. So there's some good here. And we can run. It's now in the rinse phase. And we're in a meadow. Oh, dark forest. Yeah, I hate those. I hate the roof forest. Although the one good thing is now that light levels, well, it doesn't last long actually. Now that light levels have been modified so monsters cannot spawn in anything above 0. Any light level of 1 or higher, they can't spawn. And of course, any exception to that is a thunderstorm. And I think it is starting to get dark outside. Okay, up, 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 up. Perhaps up means up. Call it a strange idea. Anyway, there it is. Here's the direction we want to go, but we're going to go over here just for now to get rid of that because we don't need it. It is so hard to get running. In a north-south direction, and yeah, that's a village. There's no easy way down. Oh, that actually worked out pretty well. And change to sword. Nice jump. Don't matter. We're going to do a little regression, but might be progression there. Alright, we are looking for smithies. We are plenty good on other things. I don't care about anything else. Looking for buildings that have... can run. There are no buildings around here. Ah, here's one. What a grindstone. That's good. That helps. Could probably use that in the nether, the sword, pickaxe, but no. Alright, so this was useful. Alright, we are heading in the right direction, but we also have mountains, and you know what? Let's look for one with a... Alright, we want one with a chest in it. Does any of these buildings have a chest? It's not gonna matter terribly much, but okay, you know what? Let's run the player. Alright, so this is going to be a problem, so I'm going to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a chest. We're going to put the others in there. I wish I could take this and split, but there's a way to do it. We'll save that just in case. Of course, we'll put only a couple there because we got a village. And alright. So this goes here now. And we'll put that there. We can swap it out later if we had to. Yeah, too many mountains. Let's move this game along. Alright, so we could have grabbed that pickaxe while we were at it, but we didn't. Okay, this is what we want. I'm just going to make one of them right now. Put this here and that there. And we forgot to swap. Yep, swap, swap, swap. I'm pushing a button. Yeah, swap. Okay, why are we not swapping? Let's swap. And the pickaxe is what we want. Now we are a bit low, so we are going up a little high. Be prepared to run. Break. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go this high for now. Do is try to make a 2 arms length hallway, which we did. And then go up some more. That way, if we do hit a pocket of lava, we don't have to regress all the way back down. And we can jump. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the dirt for the netherrack. Makes perfect sense. Again, we're going to go and just in case we do hit one of those lava pits, or lava pockets, which we really don't want. Alright, I think it's time for its final spin. Yeah, I think at this point we're high enough. The thing with the nether is you never know. You just don't know where the land is going to be. And there's the violent shaking. Although I did try to balance it out. Interested to see how long this segment wound up being. And oh, I saw lava and thought, uh-oh. And we are hitting basalt. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig. We're going to go as far as we can, because basalt is no-no land. Because every single block that we travel is... And we are not moving in the correct direction at all. We can move the player. We have done a complete pointless run here. It's this way we want to go. So we're just going to go this much closer. Alright, we want to go this way. Yeah, we made a mistake. And once again, we're going to do the same thing. Dig up a little bit. Alrighty. Oh, I must have bounced it pretty good. I mean, it's not shaking too much. Now here we're going to dig the two arms reach tunnel. That way, like I said, if we hit a pocket of lava, we don't have to try and flee getting our head caught. Kind of like that. Kind of need to go this way a little bit anyway. So I mean, it wasn't a bad thing. Again, dig up one. Okay, we didn't want to touch that one there. We don't want to touch the gold if we can help it. Again, we're just going to go 2 arms length out. At this point, we can just block that off just in case. Now we should be safe, unless it was right overhead. And yeah. Okay, we don't need that right now. Let's go to this and select. And again, we're just going to dig a 2 arms reach length hole. So when we go up again, and there's a pocket, we can escape it. I think we're done. And it is. Alright, so I'm going to see how long that took. I think it was like 45 minutes. I think that's on par with home equipment. Time for the dryer phase. Alrighty, dryer phase. Heck, let's put the baskets under the dryer. That makes sense. Anyway, 37 minutes and change. Not too bad. That's about what I remember it being. And I used to go to when I went to my parents, I still visit them way out in western Massachusetts, but okay, what we need to do is get rid of stuff. Gone, 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 and it stays gone. What we want. There. It seems dumb to make just one at a time, but as you saw when we were inadvertently going the wrong way, per usual, there might be a point in time that we need to quit and just make the safe voyage out. Another place we'll do a 2 arms reach. Starting to get up there in elevation again. And we have exit. What we want to do now is get rid of some junk. And we can move. We can move. I try to hold this in a way that I'm not blocking the microphones, which can lead to really weird movement. And we can move. Okay, that works. Now let's go this way. This is just pretty much breaking on through to the other side and finding out that this may work. Oh, Not good. Not good. Not good. We know what happened last time, so... We know what happened last time. Last time we hit one of those, we got killed. So let's enjoy our safety, and that's... Ooh. We screwed up. Well, I know I did, but the other block is in the right place. That thing could get to us, so let's block it off. Alright, that one is in the correct spot. And now what we need to do is switch to that, get rid of this. Put a bed in hand. Swap that over. Keep the bed in hand. And see what happens. Where do we wind up? Let's find out. In a... Oh. But we're close. We're actually close to land, which is a good thing. And we can move. Alright, here we go. We are way up and trying to get down. Not like that, though. Goodbye, 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 return. And goodbye. All right. And we just stopped all of a sudden. Now that I can see, because there was something there to make us stop. Oh yeah, one of the things the inspector didn't like about the dryer is that it doesn't vent outside, because I don't know why. There's a window right there, but it's frozen. It will not open. I could stick it out there if it just unfroze. But then again, the way these windows are in this place, I don't know if you want to unfreeze them. got a couple of big ones that you can freeze them. I unfroze them, and they, for the most part, don't work too badly. They need some WD-40, that's for sure. As I see what looks like smoke rising, but that's actually just dryer exhaust, which not the thing you really want in a damp basement. Although it's damp because of that leak we've had, it's slowly drying out. Now I wish we had some more warm weather so I could open the windows and let the wind do its thing, but it's too cold. And it just grabs a corner at once and does what it wants and not go where I'm pointing. Alright, okay. Very interesting land here. And we can run. And we can run. It would be great is we get a not getting what we want, that's for sure. It's just funny, it almost looks like smoke coming out of the thing, but it's I just wish that stinking window would budge. I could take the exhaust pipe and shove it in the window and exhaust it. Alrighty, this may or may not lead to anything, but you never know. And we stopped for some reason. Usually in a home dryer, it takes about 90 minutes to do the stuff that I put in it. I just wish that window would budge. So we're getting very close to life back to normal, or the new normal. And a new normal that I like, not the COVID new normal. Your own home, and hopefully things will behave better normal. Yeah, so the stove I gotta replace. It's, like I said, I pretty much went into thinking that may have to have been a thing. We can move. For a minute I thought that was a really deep crevasse, but it was a tiny one. It just looked deep. So it actually, so the wash took just, another 7 additional minutes compared to the other laundromats, like the P&A that I used to go to, although that's still my go-to if things go south with these machines. They're old, but they were still made at the time that they're probably not going to break break down too soon. New stuff, they last like a few years, and then you gotta buy new or get something replaced. That's why I was hoping that stove would have been okay, because I'm trying to avoid the fact of buying something new that'll last and will last is kind of a statement that's not really true in any way, shape, or form, but alright, sleep on the beach. That's a good spot. Then alright, let's just, yep. I don't like the way the camera moves now. One thing I wish the steam would do, that's help unseize the window so I could pull that pipe and throw it through the window. Actually didn't slow down. I thought it did. It's supposed to get some heavy snow, but it's not supposed to last very long. In a village. We can use beds here. I think we don't have our lot yet, but once we go up here we will. And we never put away a safety stack of bread if we were to have died. Well, we didn't, so no harm, no foul. so we can still just sock away the emeralds for an emergency. Alright, no smithies here. Wow, only 20 minutes went by. I really wish I could open that window. Mountains! Yay! Just what we want to see. Because that really helps progress. We don't want to be moving. We want mountains. But at least they're not the ones... Yeah, there's no way around it. There ain't a way around this one. This way, and there we go. And no, we're not continuing up. Inadvertently placed a block, but whatever. Is that a village up there, or is that just... Nope, those are snow caps. We don't want that. Those are super annoying. That's heading too far out in the wrong direction anyway. That actually worked out pretty well. Well, we do have an error where the face of the flower... Oh, actually, I don't know. The face of the flower is not... is nowhere near the physical plant. So I guess that's why it stopped flickering, because it's finally out far enough. Blow some dust off the screen. Slightly more this way and tap every possible corner. That actually went pretty well. That wasn't too bad. Alright, time to grab a bed. Around, so let's go up here, place a bed, grab another one, and sleep it off. Yeah, I don't like the way they 180 me. It used to be whatever direction your head was facing when you slept is the direction you'll be pointing. And yeah. It's okay, I guess. And then I decided I'll just go this way. So that was relatively pointless. Thing is, we can't avoid them. They just keep coming. So, I mean, we could go for the river, but we're just going to have to hit them anyway. And we can move. Here's a spot that's not too bad. And this is the point where we get up. Kind of worked out a little bit. this, when I first used the washer, I was told, and I believe I already mentioned it, but I'll state it again, is I was advised to run bleach through it on hot if it sat a while, which I forgot the bleach, but I did put it on hot, and I put a crap ton of soap in, which was kind of a bad idea because I wanted the water line to be pretty full, but it was going to oversuds, so I switched it to small, and everything seemed okay. But then I was left with a couple inches of water on the bottom and suds, which were still there. So that made me think that there was a draining issue with this now. Because the house has quite a few problems with the plumbing, and how about running? All that time I wasted, I probably could have got here in the same amount of time. Anyway. $1.45. I shouldn't say $1.45. That's $1,458,000. If we were going to have cold, barren wastelands and ice fields, or rivers, frozen rivers, would be perfect. But I'm okay with this. The frozen rivers are a bonus, which stupid me never thought of using till not very long ago. Is that a shipwreck? Well, yes it is. And like I said, we are going to look at what we can get quickly. These are generally a waste of time. A shipwreck floating on water. Makes perfect sense. Alright, that made it not worth doing. Like I said, that was enough. It was enough to literally not make it worth doing. Those, it has to go right. If it doesn't go right, it's a waste of time. Yeah, I know looking at the desert temple and the jungle ruins, that takes longer, but there's an expected amount of time to get there, and usually there's something good. Whereas here, no guarantees. Starting to see the sun again. For a minute I saw a village form, but it was just the weird way the land appeared. And then one actually does form. Alrighty, let's look for smithies. Yeah, these particular villages, that's not likely. See one of them guys. Hit the X. Usually at least a farmer in this place. Yeah, while I wait, I want to check the status halfway through. Yeah, it's still, they're all damp still. But like I said, we're talking home appliance. Ooh, no, not what I wanted to do. Alright, this is what's gonna happen. We're going to move the player. We're gonna move the player. Get out of the building. Get out of the building. Let's try again. This guy. And sleep. Okay, that was totally unacceptable. How about exit the door instead of jumping? Alright, I do not see any smithies. And we're not ducking, we're moving. There we go. Then again, the commercial dryers tend to be gas, and those tend to really get warm. Electric has its limitations, and no way in hell am I interested in gas. I've had it before, although it was just a stove. Very, very unreliable service. I mean, the gas was there, but they wouldn't tell you when it was shut off, and they wouldn't tell you when they're turning it back on. So come home to an apartment filled with gas, fire department coming out. They are very, very unsafe. The national grid where I live. Now that may not be true everywhere they serve. The electric people are fine. There's our friend Mr. Furnace kicking on. Its little thing of prepping the air before the blowers turn on, because it's forced hot air. The deforested jungle. Now, if I can just land these jumps, which I'm not doing a good job of. Because as a home dryer, we really have to wait a while. So I'm not even sure if we actually need to do the great push anymore. That worked out. Trident wielding drowned beneath us, just as we get on the boat and boat the boat. And there go the fans. It almost sounds like there's a cement block in there. There isn't one, but it sure sounds like one. There we go. Going to be swimming so far. Otherwise, this would have been an instance the boat would have been used. Okay, didn't see that opening over there. towards that little island, being that it's so close to the time to the sun to set. Good enough. Break it up a little bit there. You know that the sun's about to set at some point. Put the phone down for a second. See the sky turning pink. There we go. It actually pointed the right way. And up. Board it. Get out. Yeah, we can get away with it. Health's a little low, but should be fine. It's just still so surreal at this point that for 21 years I've lived in the same apartment. But, you know, the building kept being sold, fixed up, sold, fixed up, sold. It's just a flip building at this point. The new people are probably going to just fix it up a little better and sell it again. And they are asking rental properties are ridiculously high. I mean, housing here in Massachusetts is bad enough, but rentals are through the roof. And for what I would ultimately be paying for a studio apartment that is garbage and is falling apart, for a little more I bought a house. A very small one. Because I don't need anything big. That's falling apart. But in all honesty, nowhere near as bad. We don't want to go that way. That's bad. Have to get around a dirt wall, but that means continuing and not dropping dead. Get done. There's nowhere to go. I mean, there is nowhere to go. That's a drop. We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to Dave Grohl off. Oh, no, we don't. That almost worked perfectly. Almost. Or hit the button, it says. Here we go. Alright. A little loss of control there. Just getting something off my fingers that's still there. A lot of the house is still kind of filthy. The tenant was not exactly the cleanest. The guy that owned it couldn't really keep it up. That's one of the reasons why he sold it. Mountains. No, not mountains. We don't want those. Those impede progress. And then they wind up being winters at times, and then Yeah, that stinking snow that you fall through. Alright, this way's gonna be a little better. And yeah, not hit the head on your way up, that kinda helps. So also another thing I've learned, because I've never owned a home, is because it's got electric heat for the water. Let's take a blue one. Yeah, and we can. It has 2 meters, one specifically for the hot water heater, and the other one for the electricity for the rest of the house. So I never saw that one move. Then all of a sudden one day, or should I say today, I come home and I see one spinning like crazy, and I wonder what's going on with that. So then I thought, oh, there's the switch for the hot water. I'm just going to shut it off, go outside and see if that's the one. And sure enough, the hot water tank was the one that was spinning wildly. And then I turned it back on and watched it spin wildly again. Now I know what to expect with it. I just haven't seen the wheel on a kilowatt meter spin so fast in a long time. What I'd like to do is, just for the sake of seeing how much power the furnace uses, I'm just going to crank it to a temperature that it's doing its job, and then go outside and see what it does. Yeah. And this is a no-win situation here. That is exactly what I didn't want to do. You know what? That may be gone and lost forever. How about not that? How about where I'm pointing? Even better. There we go. Yeah, had the wrong block selected, and ooh, progress maker. That's an assumption. And we hit board. It might mean board. Almost. And village. This thing. Yeah, we beached that thing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Any smithies? Let's check bed counts. Alright, let's see if they got some beds we can steal. No. This was the village? Thank you, sir. Okay, there's the village. How about not jumping like an idiot and grabbing stuff instead? Alright, good enough with beds. Now we're gonna look for smithies. How are we on food? Oh, almost perfect. Almost exactly what we need. And it looks like that was it. Wasn't much of a village, and struggling to get forward movement here. Ice. Love the ice. For a minute I thought I saw another village. Board it. Speed. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. There's no threading the gap. It wasn't even big enough to thread. Board and... bad. Still helped. Alright, these kind of snow-covered hills and mountains are okay. So when you start getting into full blocks of snow, that's where problems will start coming into play here. Time is left. When I sleep this next night off, I'm gonna see how much time is left, because I don't know why I think for some reason that I will have the magic, the magic dryer, the magic residential dryer that will take as short a time as a commercial one. Oh wow, yeah. That are good. I are good. As I said before, that's almost not Dave Groeling, that's practically Sean Whiting. Face planting. Face planting left and right. Alrighty, boat time. This can be a little challenging. Let's find out. Oh, right through the wickets. A little too much. Ooh. Almost. But it worked. Alright, at this point it's kind of a moot point. course, just for slightly more flat terrain. I still just keep thinking, over 1 million plus blocks out, and then I think, let's use the boat in the ice to go faster. And see, the lake went to the sides there, so not exactly helping the cause. Let's actually keep the forward momentum now. Oh, no wonder I can't move. No wonder I can't move fast. It was down to 3 drumsticks, starvation mode. Yeah, I was off north and south a little. It wasn't enough for you to actually glide along until you break free. I mean, if I were east and west, I would understand. Nope. Yep. See how much time is left up? Not too much. And we got an out. We gotta turn right. And like I say, the way I hold it sometimes, it doesn't always go the direction I think it's gonna go. We're moving pretty good right now. Nice strong finish. Down the stretch they come. Intentionally jumped and took damage there. Okay, we can go this way, and oh, all right, there was room to get out. Thought I might have to punch some leaves, but I didn't have to. A little bit of bouncy bounce there, but that's okay. And 140, probably almost 147. Well, I should say 1,470 kilometers. We're not gonna probably get there. No, in fact, I know we won't. But we're pretty close. And in fact, we're so close that it seems to be done. So, you know what? Let's just get to a point that 10 minutes seemed awful short. Let's just stop there, put it here. I'm just going to take a quick check of the clothing, because this is the first run. Alright, so, yeah, the timer's position's a little off, but yeah, 80 minutes, that worked. Usually it takes 90, so that's a pretty good dryer there. Anyway, I usually takes 90 minutes just to do the clothes alone, but I have clothes and linens. That's pretty good, especially for a home dryer. So we'll stop at 1,468,400 as I ramble on for no reason, killing time so we don't make as much progress and, yeah, bed in hand. And, prolong what we don't need to. Anyway, this is One Way, Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.